Good morning, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. Today is March 5th, and our reading is The Buddha and the Poisoned Arrow. One day, the Buddha was with a group of disciples who were pestering him with questions. Malankaputta demanded, "Is the world eternal or not eternal? Answer me, or I will leave the Sangha." Note, the Sangha is the community of monks. Huh, grunted the Buddha. We paraphrase. Malankaputta, did I ever lead you to believe questions like this were worth asking? No, sir, you did not. Well then, perhaps you'd be happier elsewhere. You're like the man who was shot with a poisoned arrow. His friends rushed to his side with a doctor, but before the doctor could act, the man stopped him, asking, "Who shot me with this arrow? Was it a man or a woman? Was the archer tall or short? And what about the arrow? Of what wood is it made? What bird's feather is on the shaft? Where did the poison come from?" The man went on, refusing to accept help until he got answers to his questions. At last, the man died. The Buddha said, "Instead of wasting time on idle metaphysical speculation, please get with the program or hit the road. The choice is yours." We've often got the answer right in front of us. But rather than open our eyes, we piddle-fart around with stuff that has nothing to do with what's important. There is suffering. It's caused by attachment. It stops when we stop clinging. And the way to do that is the Eightfold Path. We've mentioned Malankaputta before, and we will mention him again quite a bit, especially in the month of March. We use him as a foil. He was probably a good guy, but somebody's got to do it. And he did have a certain reputation within the Sangha for being didactic and arguing with the Buddha and other members of the community. So in that sense, he's an awful lot like we are. That's probably why we pick on him. Anyway, this story underscores the importance of checking our intention. What do we intend? Do we intend to demonstrate how smart we are to other people, or do we intend to get with the program and get calm and have a decent life? It's very useful for us to ask ourselves what we're trying to do here. It's like meditation. We meditate because that's what the Buddha said, but as our powers of endurance increase, the quality of contemplation and discernment improve. Reliable mindfulness stays with us throughout the day. Our actions become habits, and habits form character. And like that. So we can either sit around and engage in the debating club, or we can practice our practice. The Buddha and Ajahn Chah and other enlightened folk pointed out over and over again that just having the information is not sufficient. There's not going to be an essay test on this. If there is, and you've studied and you've crammed all this vocabulary and you got it all set up, boy, won't you be the best boy. That'll be great, huh? But it's not an essay test. It all comes down to whether or not you put these things into practice. We put these things into practice in our lives. If we do, great. If we don't, doesn't matter how much we know. There you go. So happy trails to you until we meet again.